Hello everybody and welcome to the second part for my revisit guide for the Tesla Paladin. So again, thank you, really, I mean it, for all the feedback and the comments. Like 24 hours after I uploaded the main video, got so much feedback that I was able to remake the build with completely new items and all the good stuff. So I was very happy to see again that my crappy little channel gets attention from people who are very knowledgeable about the game, who knows their stuff better than I do. So quickly, Merc, we're still using the Faith just because it is the best setup to boost your seal damage. I thought in the old video that I had the max point of attack speed, but I actually lagged just 20% increased attack speed somewhere on an item, and I got that now from Hylar's Wrath. But yeah, that's just a little thing that to completely open it up. I actually thought I was capped max attack speed and I wasn't, so yeah, great. Okay. I get so much strength now because I choose to put enough points into also wear steel rend gloves plus fortitude without enigma boosting my strength. So 103 currently strength, but yeah, this is it's a personal choice and this is what I went with. Dexterity, again, it's a very low amount you need for max block with a sacred torch, so that's a nice thing. And then you get about 2500 life with battle orders. So inventory, not much has changed. Still have to use all faster hit recovery small charms to hit that 86 breakpoint. I had to get, because I now didn't use Vadungu's build anymore, I now had to get a new dream that rolls just a little bit higher on the faster hit recovery. So 86, that doesn't sound like important, but that was enough to push me above 86 breakpoint together with all these small charms without having to, I don't know, finally sacrificing the Tome of Identify or something stupid. Okay, but yeah, let's get to the actual build. So, triangles, gloves, and a paladin. What's going on? And this is the brilliant part. It works so good because you need that 48% faster cast rate breakpoint somehow. So we go with a rock belt and triangles. Why triangles? Well, they give cold resist and then they also give poison damage, which increases the venom proc from grief, which is actually quite nice. Mace Feast would help on mana and stuff, but it's not really needed due to now using a life leech or mana leech ring. This single ring here, honestly, without this ring on, my resistance are already crap without it, but this ring makes me so I don't have to drink any potions at all unless I really get into a situation where I teleport around a lot or take heavy damage. So this ring here, I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it's probably the best ring that I could get for this build completely. Very happy with it, and it's an old ring that I had laying around. Look in stash items, look on mules. You can probably dig up some weird rings like this one from your mules, and then you can finally fit it in a build, and it just works brilliantly. So using the actually using the wrong ring, but yeah, okay. So I'm using a 10% faster cast rate with 20, 20, 10, so that's 50 in total. So 48 is covered by this ring here. Massive amount of mana, poison resist again, which brings me extremely close to capping all my resistance. That is such a close one. 20 strength, tag rating not really needed. Maximum damage, 10 faster cast rate. Oh yeah, it's just great. Gore Riders. It was suggested to me that you should use blood crafted gloves, which has no life leech and replenish on them. So there exist crafted boots that has some really good stats with life leech on it. That is a great option over Gore Riders, but yeah, I don't really want to bother that now that I had this ring on. Dream and Dream still, there's no other choice there. Hylar's Wrath, again, this is for the max possible seal attack speed breakpoint that I'm using it for. That's the only reason really. Don't really care too much for the other stats. Of course they help a lot, but like, you know, my lightning resistance is capped due to this one and so forth. But I needed a source of attack speed, and that is why we now use this Heilot's Wrath amulet. And yeah, still the old switch. Now, a little nerdy topic here. It was also suggested to me that due to, you know, I'm not reading tooltips on skills properly, so when active, Aura reduces the defense and resistance of nearby enemies. So I was talking about trying to reach 10k attack rating as a, you know, a high goal. You know, you really wanted to try to get 10,000 attack rating, but due to conviction reducing defense, you might actually not need an inventory like this one, so you could actually go with full plus skillers in your inventory, or damage charms that has, well, even poison. Like, damn, even poison could actually be decent enough. You could also go with all grand charms that gives a resistance or something weird like that. You know, there's lots of options if you're not gonna use an inventory like this one to get boost in attack rating. Well, like, this is completely up to yourself. Now, I'm not a good math guy at all, quite suck at that. But if somebody can tell me how much conviction would be on Hell, you know, does it scale poorly? It should affect both bosses, you know, Bale from the normal mobs, everything. So 93%, how much is that in attack rating and hit percent chance and whatnot? So if somebody knows more about that, do tell me. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, but I think that pretty much rounds up the build. So I think we'll move on to some gameplay now. Even in a and by the time I was done doing this, people left. But yeah, I'll find a game where there are some people in it, and then we will try to do some fun things. Okay, time for some gameplay. Now, a little note on teleport. I'm not gonna claim that getting 48 or 30 or even lower than that is gonna, you know, change the way you play this build, but still having a high amount of faster cast rate is just such a nice thing to have on any PvM build. If you go with the Dungu, again, you could go with lower rolls than Dream, which helps in budget. If you go with Steel Vents, Crushing Blow, or Dracouls, you get so many options for different kind of stats. But again, you don't really need either of these items that, you know, we now use a faster cast rate to really perform well. And having such a high faster cast rate is just gonna make you enjoy this build much more for general PvM purposes, and that is why we you know, go with this setup to have that nice PvM feel. So I think that's pretty much it. So I can't promise people will stay in this game here. I was unable to really find much games when I was just looking around real fast now, but and you do notice now, so you know, Oblivion Knight is taking damage from the you know, the aura and whatnot, but it's not really dying fast. So, you know, the aura is never really gonna do a lot of damage on such a high player game. But do notice that, you know, I wouldn't say it stuns the mobs, but it kinda, you know, it argues the mobs towards you, and it kinda, I don't know, you just feel like you're an argue magnet. It's kind of like if you did AoE taunt or whatever. It's kinda a nice way, because when you're just in the meat of things now, where, you know, you're just spamming Seal 24/7, then you don't really want to constantly teleport into mobs. But yeah, let's try to make this a fast one. I might just try to skip a bit ahead and whatnot. Now look at that one. Did you see how fast I killed it? It's, you know, the seal damage is there even without using, you know, more what can you say, specific items for seal raw damage. Like, of course, if I was using a fortitude and whatnot, then the seal damage would be amazing, you know. Oh man, this pack hurts. Oh, and I think my Merc died as well. Didn't even know that. But yeah, Lord D6 pack. Again, this is not that 40k defense insanity build that we have going on with the normal Smite build, but you just have to live with getting into a situation now and then that really can kill you. Like again, we are doing this free player currently. Well now, you know, without too much trouble. Of course we face troubles when the stuff gets really tough. But again, we are able to do this. And now my Merc dies. Yeah, so when my Merc dies, I lose the Fanatism Ore, which just, it's gonna nerf my damage a lot. No more fast attack speed, which means that life mana leech ring that I'm using is not gonna leech too much. So we kind of have to go and get that Merc back whenever it dies, which is a bit unfortunate, I suppose. And keeping up call to arms is always important. But yeah, the Act 1 Merc, doesn't really matter what setup you're gonna use on that one. Like if you can't afford, my setup with the Guliam's Fortitude, Faith and whatnot, you obviously have to use Faith in some way, but if you can't, afford that sort of setup, then Christ almighty, now I forgot a seal again or something. I don't know, maybe it's just because I didn't kill them up. I think sometimes you have to kill the mobs, yeah. Well, like an idea for this setup that I'm using now is just ditching Guliam's base, the helm, and go with an Andariel's Visage or a Gaze. I would probably just go with a Gaze actually. Oh yeah, we've got that one up there. But yeah, to get the Merc to stay alive a little more, just ditch this overpowered helm. It's not really gonna help that much anyways for the Merc's damage. It's gonna be crappy regardless. But yeah. Another thing I also noticed is that Seal is just better damage. So you saw the Seal damage there, so now I'm just gonna do them. Like you see, Smite damage is just a lot less. Seal is just so faster. It's just really nice. The whole Smite versus Seal is important on bosses to proc Dracouls and whatnot for Ubers. You can never miss. So you see, you can never miss when you use Smite, which is important, that hit chance to never miss, but yeah. For that high damage, we really just wanna go with Seal, even on bosses. Oh, this is always a fun one. Hits, blinds, targets, pretty cool. And such a high amount of stats for low level. Then we actually got a pretty decent little thing here, try resist, life, 3 hurricane and summon. That was actually quite fun. But yeah, and then I just wintered right after I'm saying it's fun. But yeah, that's the life of, that softcore, non-leather noob that I am. We're all running around this stupid perfect gear trying to perfect stuff. But yeah. We don't care about low-end items. That's just the sad truth. But yeah, I hope you found this little revisit guide useful as a what can you say, headline for this build would be like a Mage Crusader. You're getting that little higher, faster cast rate without really focusing too much on melee parts. So again, the melee damage of Seal is gonna be probably less with this setup somehow, but yeah. Battle Crusader, Mage Crusader, something like that. That's a good title. So Tesladin Mage Crusader. That's a long title. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this and see you in the next one.